Okay, I don't know what happened there. That was weird. My camera was messing up for some reason. Alright, so yeah, normally I don't go live on this channel because normally when I'm on this channel, I'm doing edited videos because every time I've tried to go live, I've been at home and I've either trying to go live at home is usually doesn't work out very well. In the garage, I don't get a very good signal. I tried to do, like, if you try to watch the series that I did about fixing up my garage, all the live feeds I did for that playlist of fixing up the garage that was live feeds were bitmappy. My voice got all messed up. You couldn't hardly see anything. And so and during the daytime, usually there's so much going on that I just can't do a live feed. So I've got to do edited videos usually at home. And so I thought I'd give you guys a little more background about who I am on this channel. Normally my live feeds are on my Jason's Trucking Info channel. And so there's a couple of times I accidentally went live thinking I was on my trucking channel, but I was actually on this channel. So there's a couple of videos that are trucking style videos that were live feeds, down deep, buried down a few videos down from a few years ago where I thought I just forgot to switch back over from this channel and I meant to be on my trucking channel and I didn't realize I was on this channel. So it can be kind of confusing to keep it straight sometimes. So I am currently waiting in Chicago, basically in Bedford Park, Illinois, to get to not where that blue truck is that you see right in front, but the white truck just past that. I'm waiting for that white truck to pull out so I can pull in and get loaded, and then my load is heading back to basically the Des Moines, Iowa area. And I live in Ankeny, just north of that, and that's pretty much where I'm going to, is Ankeny, and probably dropping this load off at the yard tonight and picking something else up, and most likely going to Ohio. Most generally that's the most common place I go to, but it could be anything. So we got somebody on here. Hey Michelle, how's it going? How are you? But yeah, just waiting to get to the dock and then I can get back. I managed to make it all the way over here from almost a mile down the road without setting off my drive time. But at least I haven't set off my clock, so I got fresh hours whenever I start. And I'm here early. I'm not supposed to pick up till 2 o'clock, till 1400, and it's 11:30, so I'm still ahead of the game. It all depends on how long it takes them to load me and how long it takes me to actually get to the dock. So as soon as that white truck right there pulls out, I can pull in. So that is a JB Hunt truck. But yeah, but I just thought I'd get on here and talk about how I really want to be home more, to be able to do more stuff for this channel, do more of the artistic stuff, to spend more time with the family, to be able to do more of the house maintenance, to get on top of that, and to really have more family time with the wife and kids, and to be able to do more things. But as a trucker, it's really hard to replace the income when you don't have any other skills to fall back on. It's hard to replace this income as a trucker. And I got spoiled a little bit for about 10 years hauling mail, where I would only be out for a couple days at a time. Out for a couple of days, home for a couple of days, out for a couple of days, home for a couple of days, and it'd just be back and forth. So, and if a federal holiday hit, I got an extra day home, and I pretty much got paid a set amount for each run I did, and I pretty much knew what my paycheck was going to be from week to week, unless it was like a holiday week. I might have made more. And so when everybody got laid off and we wound up having to find other things, I tried Bay and Bay. They couldn't keep up with me. I was making a little bit better money there, but I was trying to bring home more money by trying to stay ahead of the game, and they kept giving me loads where I would be running 24 hours early at least to almost every load I was doing there towards the last couple of weeks. And then the guy lied to me and tried to tell me they couldn't tell where I was and all that. Every one of these trucks has GPS of some sort on it. They can tell where you're at within 500 feet. And every trucking company has that on their truck. Every company, especially with the ELD mandate, they can track your truck. Anybody who steals, especially a tractor trailer semi with an ELD system on it, they can track that truck. They can figure out where that truck's at. It's just a matter how quickly they figure out that the truck's missing as to how far you can get away. But as soon as they start alerting the police and start giving GPS coordinates, they can start sending cops out to right where your truck is at and pull you over and arrest your butt if you try to ever steal a truck. So don't ever try that. Don't ever try stealing a semi truck, probably even a straight truck. Straight trucks, local vehicles probably are less inclined to have tracking systems on them, but it's still a possibility. But these over-the-road vehicles, don't even try it. They got tracking systems. They can track it. Unless you have a way of jamming that signal, I wouldn't even try it. So I got a lot of ideas for projects coming up, a lot of things I want to do. It's just getting the materials to do it. Some of the things I think I already have the materials to work on the projects. A lot of duct tape projects that I've been thinking up, and then got a lot of things that I can do with the girls that I've been thinking up. I got so many ideas in this head of mine for things that I could do. It's just having the time to get around to doing them and filming it and editing it, and then making sure that I have the materials, the money for the materials if I don't already have them on hand, to be able to do those videos. So so it's usually a lot easier for me to do videos for my trucking channel, but I've gotten to the point where a lot of the videos I want to do for even my trucking channel are hard to do, because I really need someone behind the camera, holding the camera and being able to follow me and do stuff for a lot of the videos I want to do. So maybe I could start getting my daughter Elena to help with recording some of that. So I've thought about it, but sometimes she's a little wild and it's hard to direct her to film the way I want. But maybe I could get her to listen and to be a camera girl, and then trying to do more videos for her channel and Lena's playing adventures. So If you're looking for videos for your children to watch, her channel is Elena's Playing Adventures. She's 8 years old. She'll be 9 coming up here in September, the beginning of September. And she has her own channel for, centered towards kids, doing fun stuff for kids, dancing and doing creative projects and this and that. Our last video was her making the taco purse stuffy holder, which I did a video for her channel and mine at the same time. So go check that out. Go check them both out. Tell me which version you like better. I think I did a little bit better editing job on her version. I did a few other extra things on hers that I didn't do on mine. Some of the angles might have been better on my channel. And nope. All these Iowa numbers call me, and it's just those people calling you. The Trump administration has just changed the Medicare, blah, blah, blah. Click, I hang up. But it says Iowa, so I answer it in case it's something important. Sometimes I just let it go to voicemail, and I figure if it's important, they'll leave me a important voicemail. So, but it's crazy how they do that. They call you from a local Iowa number just so they can trick you into answering it. You just hang up on them. So just trucking along and trying to get through. I think we're going through where everybody's going through. Excuse me. Excuse me again. We're going through a time where everybody's going through something, whether it's financially or whether there's all kinds of things going on in everybody's life. Everybody's going through something. And so everybody's just trying to live their day by day and get through life, dealing with whatever life is throwing at them. And so try to be respectful and tactful with other people, and be respectful and treat everybody with dignity until they show you that they don't deserve your respect, and then kill them with kindness. It's not worth getting into it with anybody. Protect yourself, stand up for yourself, but know when to draw that line and know when to cross it. This weekend I'm taking a trip with my girls up to see my Uncle Paul and a bunch of other my family members. They're having a family reunion, and some of my family has not met my youngest daughter, Gabrielle, who is 7 years old. And a lot of them haven't even met Diamond, but a lot of them have. So it'll be interesting to see who all shows up to the family reunion from the 1st to the 4th, and we'll be there on the 2nd, which is Saturday. Oh, Davey Hunt's pulling out. So he's pulling out. As soon as he gets out of the way, I'll go over there. So he's got 3 tandems on that. One of them's pulled up off the ground. I wonder why he's got 3 tandems. Alright, he gone. Alright, let's go get back in. Put my hazards on. And should almost put my camera up higher so you guys can see better. It'll stay. And then I do not know that's kind of in the way. Alright. Alright, I got you up higher now. Okay, dock 8. That guy's dock 10. And there is a guy in dock 9. Wow, they are tight. These are some tight docks. Okay. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see much. I'm trying to make it so you guys can see something out that side mirror, but I don't think it's going to be good enough view. So let's go back to this front view, because I think you'll see more. Kind of see that kind of got Ken cut in half. I've got to move my trailer over that way. So, all right. Make sure that cord doesn't get snagged. Okay. All right. So, this cord. Unplug that cord for now. So now I'm over. Now I gotta get that over. But it's hard for me to film that. It'd almost be better if I had someone on the truck taking video for me. Trying to do this. Pull up. These are some tight docks. I haven't seen docks this tight in a while. So if you look in that mirror, there's dock 7, I'm an 8. There you go. And I got to back up. So I just got to back up straight and try to keep it in line. So alrighty. It'll help if I put it in reverse. Try to get more in the line here. Okay. I think I need to go put some load locks back there. Sure they can get their dock plate trailer. Alrighty. There we go. Alright. I still have not set off my clock. So for those of you that are not truck drivers, we are ruled by this 14-hour clock a day. After we've been in the sleeper berth for at least 10 hours or off duty, we get 70 hours for a week. That's how much is left of my 70 hours. I haven't started my time yet today. I get 11 hours to drive for the day, but I have to stop before 8 hours and take a 30-minute break. And you want to drive, what's the difference between 8 and 11? 3 hours. You want to drive at least 3 hours before you stop to take a half-hour break. So you want, when you get on the drive line, you want to just bring up what it looks like. This is what a paper log looks like if you were doing paper. You got these 4 lines: off duty, sleeper berth, driving, and on duty. You get 14 hours of on duty time, but you get 11 hours of drive time in a 24-hour period. And there's different things that come into play, but if you see here, sleeper berth all the way across. If I go to the day before, which I need to certify my logs, like that's sleeper berth. I did a little bit of driving, sleeper berth. We'll go back, go to yesterday. That's what I did yesterday. We're supposed to certify these every day. Sometimes I don't do it every day. But, okay. Sunday I drove... Sunday I drove 545 miles. Monday I only drove 88. Tuesday I drove, yesterday, 491.6 miles. And today I haven't driven at all, obviously. So there's a little bit of education for those of you that aren't truck drivers, and that's how the clock rules our life as over-the-road truck drivers. You see, I've had almost 13 hours in the sleeper berth. And yeah, we can turn these hazards off. So got these trucks there. No one's in the dock next to me. There's 2 docks in between us, and that is quite the squeeze. These are definitely docks. Let me do this. That were not designed with these big trucks in mind. When they built most of these docks, they were built for shorter trucks, smaller trucks. So when we go to a lot of these older neighborhoods that still have these warehouses and stuff, it's quite interesting to try to fit these big 53-foot trailers, 70-foot long truck and trailer all together. more depending on the truck, if you have a long nose Pete or something. And trying to fit them into places that weren't designed to put this big of a truck in. But it's an everyday thing. Truckers are doing it every day, and these truckers that do local around big cities like Chicago, where I'm at, or New York, or LA, or any of the big cities, of the older cities with bigger areas, industrial areas that have been around for as long as trucks have been around, especially the smaller trucks. It gets quite interesting. So anyhow, I've got all kinds of projects. I've got an idea for making my daughter a lemonade stand. I thought about a way I could make it a really elaborate fold up lemonade stand out of cardboard and duct tape that would be pretty big, and it would be designed to fold up and prop up, and then you'd have to weigh it down with bricks to keep it from blowing away, and then it would have an inside area and a canopy and all kinds of stuff. And I've got to kind of design that, but I would have to collect a bunch of cardboard and a bunch of different kinds of duct tape, a bunch of white and pink duct tape, some silver and some other colors, and a whole lot of cardboard, and a whole bunch of industrial grade Velcro, and it would be designed to come apart and go back together, and it would be something crazy huge. So, alright, we got a truck driver that's getting ready to back in. We'll get this on film for you guys, for those of you that haven't really... Oh no, he's backing into the parking spot. Alright. He's parking. He's not backing into a spot. He's parking. So... Alright. So... trying to decide just how soon to start my 14-hour clock, because once you go on duty, your 14-hour clock starts, and they do not, you can usually edit any of your times except for the drive line. Anything you put on the drive line is permanent. Nobody, not even your company, can change that unless they can show that that drive time belongs to a different driver, and then they can reassign that to a different driver. But if there is drive time, it has to go appropriated to somebody. So it's just the way it is. So here's the front part of the truck. I've got this wire that is charging up my ELD. This wire's getting all bent up here. It's about ready to need to be replaced. That is my trucker's GPS. Yes, I have a CB, but I rarely use it. No one ever hardly talks on the CB anymore. Got my phone holder. This is an automatic truck, so I do not have a gear shift, which would usually be located right here on the floor. I'm getting ready to get rid of this thing and bring it home because it's been nothing but an issue. The floor needs vacuumed from having the girls on here. There's crumbs and crackers and all kinds of stuff all over. Just got a new case of tea and water. There's some trash that I gotta get rid of next time I stop somewhere with a trash can or a dumpster. So that is thanks to my wife. She bought me what's called a Wolf Box. I can set the temperature, and this one is set to -8. You can set the temperature to freezing temperatures or cold temperatures and use it as a fridge. So here is the bottom bunk. Some trucks have a top bunk where you can store stuff. There's a microwave and controls to plug stuff in. Little places I keep canned goods in here. And I need to make some shelves for in here because you notice how things were just getting piled. I need to make a set of shelves in here to be able to organize this stuff a little better in here, because I just use it to put things in here, and I need to make something for in here. So that's something I need to think about making when I'm at home. Take some measurements and make something for in there. I have a slightly bigger TV, but I wasn't able to fit it in that spot. You know, those things are just kind of wherever I can find room for stuff. I made the bed, sort of. I've got my tripods, if you see them kind of sticking out there just a little bit. I fixed my smaller tripod, but my big tripod, the one leg is pretty much broken and I need to replace the whole tripod. There's my shower bag and my bag of clothes, my box of seasonings, some ramen noodles and green beans, some other clean clothes just kind of thrown about, other hats, microwave. Here's a small fridge that came with the truck. Kind of small, has a little freezer in it. So, yeah. And sitting on the back bunk, this is kind of how things look. You get curtains that you can pull across, and there's also curtains right there and here that pull across the front. And while I'm driving, I got that camera right there that watches me, and if I'm picking up my phone or doing anything that the camera is programmed to pick up on, it's basically the Tattletale camera. It faces both out on the road and at me, but it only records me if it catches me picking up my phone while I'm driving or doing anything alarming. It'll catch you if you're not wearing your seatbelt. It'll catch you but it's the same system I had at Alan Ritchie, but this one does not talk to me, but it still tells on me. It won't tell me when it's telling on me, though. It doesn't sit there and tell me to not follow so close. It doesn't sit there and tell me things like the one at Alan Ritchie did. They've got the thing that speaks to me turned off, but it still catches me doing stuff and will still send emails or reports back to them at Midwest Viking. And so, but yet they want to communicate me through text, and then while I'm driving, they kind of put me in that position where I kind of got to pick up my phone to respond, because I'm not gonna pull over every time I'm gonna check something like that. As long as I feel it's safe, I will pick up my phone. I know how to make sure I'm being safe and still pick up my phone and change things on my phone with my headset. If you are a truck driver, if you do a lot of driving, if you don't have some sort of a headset or some sort of hands-free device, especially as an over-the-road truck driver, or even if you just drive during the day, you need to have some sort of a headset. And the most common kind, where is it? It's back here. This is a Blue Parrot 450, and I left this out in the rain, and I need to charge it up and see if I can get that thing to start working again right. It works on and off. It's kind of a precarious deal now. As long as I'm using it, it'll stay on, but as soon as I stop using it, it turns itself off. It may not come back on for a while. So it's kind of got its own quirky personality now ever since I left it out in the rain. So no idea when these guys are going to load me. It's just a couple minutes after noon in Central Time, and I didn't have to be here till 2, so we'll see if I if they wait till 2 o'clock to load me. Right now, if I were to leave, I would not get back before they left the office. I was hoping I could get loaded and out of here in time to make it back to Midwest Viking before they went home for the day. To be able to give them the paperwork and talk to Brad about my vacation time and stuff. But I can call him, but I would rather talk to him in person about how much vacation time I actually have. I think I have 2 weeks that I can use. I've got my year in. I had my year in at the beginning of the summer because I started back in June or July last summer. So got this guy coming in. He's probably gonna he's probably just parking. He's got him an old classic Peterbilt. I do not see where he's out of. Normally it says like what's it? Oh, Wichita, Kansas. Alright. So lots of projects in my brain, lots of duct tape projects, lots of crazy projects. I got some huge duct tape ideas. I got some woodworking ideas. I got some leatherworking ideas. I got some more garage fix-up ideas. It's just getting them implemented, finding the time to implement them, and to come up with the materials to make them happen. So look forward to more things coming in the future. I'm getting ready to also make a channel for my youngest daughter, Gabby. I'll make her a channel, and I'll have to make her an email and come up with a channel and start doing videos for her. So both my daughters will have their own YouTube channel and do things for them. My other oldest stepdaughter, Diamond, has tried to have a couple of YouTube channels, and she gets on there and does more like a vlog style, but she keeps getting her privileges taken away because she can't handle the responsibility of doing that. And that is a whole other thing that I'm not going to get into on this video, but hopefully someday she'll be able to show us that she can handle that and be able to do something like that. So anyhow, I think I'm going to jump off here. Look forward to more videos. Look forward to seeing Elena's Playing Adventures, and I think I'm going to call Gabby's channel, it's going to be Gabby Time or Gabby's Playing Adventures or Gabrielle's Playing Adventures, but I will be putting that out there sometime fairly soon. I'll create her channel. That'll be for very young kids, because her channel will definitely be directed towards little kids So look forward to things coming up. Thanks for coming by and watching the live feed or watching on the replay. Please like, subscribe, comment, ask questions, whatever. And I'll catch you guys next video. Thanks, guys.